What's an astronaut's favorite part of a computer?
Wait.
I feel like this one's might be something.
Yeah.
Is it the motherboard?
Thought of that. Thought of the the hyperdrive.
Those are good, but the space bar.
Damn it! Working computer. Damn it! I really wanted to get that one.
That one was so easy, and I couldn't even think of that.
Thought too hard. The hyperdrive was a good one though.
That would have been good, but that's not a fucking computer
It's not,
part.
but hey.
Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of the Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, F. Bob, and with me still, again, every time, all the time, Mr. Hen Invincible. I love having him here. What's going on? Let the people know who you are one more again.
It is your boy Invincible, aka Podcast Poppy, aka Henny F. Saye, aka New Mr. Talk No Jutsu, aka the A.E. Dub, O-Dub-C, aka Dreadlock Tanjiro, because that's gonna be a thing soon.
I like the Dreadlock Tanjiro. That's gonna hit. Don't forget, man, Mr. AKA Everything just for me.
Yeah, aka Everything for Echo, just for Echo. AKA garlic butter. Fuck it. Because he said he was going to give me $50 if I said this shit live somewhere.
For garlic butter?
Yeah. Because that's just some dumb shit that he came up with because he calls her Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, and again, he actively wants to get his ass whooped every time he says that. So that's on him when he gets his ass beat. Garlic butter, I mean, for $50, shit. Fuck it. I'll take that joke. Ain't no big deal.
Also, he hates actual literal garlic butter. I don't know. Bro.
So does he hate you? Like, what is it?
I don't. Maybe that's the fine print that I'm not reading.
That's just a slow burn of one day you just sitting up in your bed one morning, you wake up like, this nigga hates me. Like, what a bitch. Okay, so today is a very special episode to me. I think this will be one of my favorite episodes to record because I have been dubbed Mr. Asshole Podcaster, the most hated motherfucker on the planet. Mr. If I can't be famous, I'll be infamous.
I think there's a couple people ahead of you that hate it.
True enough, but I'm hated for the reason why I'm logically ignorant, if that's the best way to put it. If for those of you who know Patrice O'Neal, I'm kind of in his category. I'm like the protege, the next in line to be the new Patrice O'Neal, I feel like. Because I've said many plethora of ignorant shit across this fucking, 130 episodes damn near. I've said some very ignorant shit, and I stand by everything. A lot of people, when they listen to their older shit, they're like, yeah, I didn't mean it that way, or I could tweak that a little bit. Most of the time when I say some shit, it's either for a joke or I mean that shit. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty obvious to me when I'm fucking off. If I say fuck the Jews, that's a joke. It's in context of fuck the Jews for that joke. You know what I mean? At no point I'm like, yeah, the Jews are terrible people. Anything else, I'm pretty much sticking by. You know what I mean? So, you've mentioned it once, and a lot of people have mentioned, how did you develop to be this kind of asshole? What does it take to be this person?
That's not the quote that I said. We were talking about fucking attitudes.
Same difference.
And you equated it to these things.
Because and this is the reason why I wanted to do this episode, what I call Assholes 101. Because I feel like the term asshole gets conflated with every other insult. And I feel like assholes is its own problem. They're their own unique styled individual that gets mixed in with every other.
Also, a lot of times being an asshole is a choice.
Yes, it is. But it's a great choice.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's the best choice, I think.
Fam, that's kind of what I mean when I say sometimes it's just fun to hate.
Yeah. That's all it is. Sometimes it's fun to hate, but sometimes I won't say it's a defense mechanism, but it's a change in personality that's necessary to live life sometimes. And again, I've been quoted as being called a dick and all types of other shit. I'm not a dick. And most people who know me after 5 minutes like, no, he's not a bad person. He's just an asshole sometimes.
Yeah, if I was a dick, I wouldn't do as much shit for the people that I love that I do.
Exactly. I think that's the difference, and that's like one of my major points of being an asshole.
I've been called a dick.
And I think it's inaccurate. I think it's heavily inaccurate. Dicks are like, what I equate as a dick is the person who
wakes up just to make somebody's day bad.
Exactly. If that's your default life, if you
feel I do that, leave me alone. I feel like I'm very clear in.
Get the fuck off.
I'm not trying to keep anybody in my life that does not want to be kept. And if you feel like that's who I am, then leave me.
I was giving you subtle signs. If you want me to spell it out for you, I can.
I will not. If you decide to not be my friend no more, anybody decides that, hey, I just no longer want Heno in my life, hey, thoughts and prayers.
I won't go that far. You can just get the fuck out. I'm gonna hit you with that Martin, nigga. Get the stepping.
Hope you have a great time with whoever else you decide to populate your life with.
So, this episode means a lot, and I want to kind of go through a step-by-step process, if you will, or maybe just a listing of factors of why being an asshole is necessary, it's good for you, and it's not a negative thing, by a long shot. So, first thing we should probably get through was, as we started with, is the difference between an asshole and a dick, in general. And the asshole category I'll leave alone, but we kind of started with dick, so let's explain thoroughly. A dick, like you said, is somebody who wakes up to make somebody's day bad, who really doesn't give two shits about anybody else except for their personal selves. And I think the biggest factor of what makes a person a dick is they have no form of empathy. And that's the biggest thing for me. It's you don't realize what position you're putting other people in with the shit you say or do. To me, an asshole knows exactly what he's doing. He's calculated. You know what I mean? He has a plan. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's saying.
That was a really good definition. Can you be an unintentional asshole, or is the unintention what makes you a dick?
I feel like assholes are intentional.
Oh.
I feel like assholes are...
sometimes I am intentionally an ass.
Well, again, but is it for comedy? Is it for like, oh, I'm pushing buttons just for fuck's sake? Yes. Then that's different. That's completely... If I'm there to... And again, I always say, like, there's a difference between being somebody who's actively trying to make somebody's day worse versus me trolling or pushing a button. You see what I'm saying? If I'm just coming
Yeah, maybe dick is not, like, intentional. It's just who you are, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's a thing that's embedded in you. It's more of a personality trait than a chosen path. I feel like most people who are assholes have chosen that lifestyle after other reasons. You know what I mean? There's other reasons that brought you up to this point where I tried this, now let's try this. And if this doesn't work, then I'll either progress or degress. You know what I mean? I think there's range to being an asshole versus being a dick. That's a hard stopping point. And there's really no way wiggle room in or out of that point. Once you hit that point, that's who you are. And that's kind of hard to deal with. You know what I mean? And the way I've always explained it, and people laugh when I say it, it's really simple if you want to think about it. A dick fucks other people. An asshole typically gets fucked at some point in their life.
Yeah.
Sucks to say it that way, but that's what it is. Assholes aren't pretty, but they've gotten fucked, and that's why they're the way they are. You know what I mean? You've gotten shitted on, you've gotten fucked. And that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? And then that just dictates who you are. And it's just a life choice. It's a functional part. It's things you have to deal with, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Dicks are just kind of point blank what they are. You know what I mean? There's no really intricate nature to it. You know what I mean? That's who you are. That's what it is. And I think that's the stomping grounds of this conversation. So we're not talking about dicks. I'm talking about being an asshole. And I feel like that's completely different. And it's necessary. I feel like it's necessary. Some people think of my journey to being an asshole was completely, a bad reason to go that route, but can't knock results is what I always say. So a lot of people who know me personally know that I slowly dipped down this path from being fucked over in relationships a lot. So
Same.
that was kind of my breaking point.
Same.
Was you can only go through so many relationships where either you were the nice guy that nobody wants to be around, or you cheated on, tolerated, attitudes that you shouldn't tolerate in a relationship.
Yeah.
I've done all of that shit, and it was a struggle to get in and out of relationships consistently. Then
assholes are misunderstood.
Huh?
Assholes are misunderstood.
Very much so.
Bro, nobody wants to listen to an asshole. That's just a fart. To you, I mean, to the person that don't get it.
Right. But the thing is, and like I've always said, and that goes for most people who've dealt with me now. Once you see and understand what I am or what I'm saying, then you're like, oh shit, that nigga makes a lot of sense. It's very valid, all the shit I have half of the time I say. You just have to get past the initial.
Because people don't want to understand, or it's an effort to understand.
Yeah. Because again, I've been through it. And I'm just telling you, I'm skipping the soft path and giving you the harsh ending. The ending is facts, but if you don't want to listen to it, you don't want to listen to it, man. I can't make you listen to shit. So, yeah. So that was kind of my journey. Was either it was relationship based or it was my family. It's being unheard and shit like that. And the reason why I say it's a necessary and effective path is when I slowly realized, all right, what works for people in this world. And it wasn't necessarily being an asshole, but it was being direct. Being kind of confrontational. Standing up for yourself. The shit that most people sometimes don't like to see. And then you just heighten it a little bit more. And those are the people who are dealt with in relationships more often. Let's be realistic, and that's to all the women who are listening. You've dated more assholes than you've dated nice guys. Whose fault is that? I know women don't like hearing this term a lot, but I live by it now. Don't be mad, pick better men. You can't call all men terrible when you actively choose the assholes.
I mean, if that's a hard pill to swallow, how about, damn, no, this might not even work the other way around. Motherfuckers have dealt with more bitches than grown women. like, it's just, motherfuckers don't always, whether it be from loneliness or needing a nut, motherfuckers don't always choose the best.
No. But my point being is, who's complaining, though? I ain't never seen a nigga complain.
No.
But the bitches complain continuously, though.
No, niggas complain. Niggas complain, but they don't. They complain, but they complain to certain people because they know the world don't want to hear that shit.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's a different thing.
I have a group of friends that I confide different things in different things. If you don't have a girlfriend, don't have a job, and don't pay rent, it ain't really shit we can relate on, so I'm not going to talk to you about my problems.
I mean,
I'm going to talk to the person that is going through the same thing as me, that, hey, he knows motherfuckers don't want to hear his problems either. So it's a osmosis 50-50 situation. Right. Like, all right, now we are brothers in the struggle because I know you struggling, you know I'm struggling. We are going to, hey, at the very least, we're understood by somebody.
Right. I'll give you all credit in the world for that one.
And I think women do not compartmentalize friends.
I'm mad you had to look hard for Kelly in that instance.
I've talked to enough women that not enough women compartmentalize their friends. I got a friend I can confide in. Right. A friend I can ask money for if a nigga struggling. I got a friend I can just game with. I got a friend I can talk movies with, talk wrestling with, talk Power Rangers with, fucking manga and anime with.
Right.
You need different friends to different bodies so you don't bog down everybody with one thing.
I can understand that. I think that's a fault of men, though. I think that's a fault of men in our own culture. Because we don't allow differences as easily. You know what I mean?
Yes, because difference and change have not been successful for us.
Yeah, I know, and that's the problem.
My thing is, that's learned behavior, and it takes a
long time to unlearn it. I'm not mad at it. I just think we should fix it.
Yeah, no, it's just because we know what happens when you give somebody access to all knowledge. They fucking abuse it.
Of course.
So
I'm not saying that's not true.
Yeah, no.
I just feel like it should be something that we should fix amongst ourselves. That's something that should be worked on.
Yeah.
Because again, I've went through that era of life, especially high school for sure.
If you love your nigga, hug your nigga. But every nigga ain't your nigga, and all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just it's the same thing to me.
Yeah, dude, that hurts. That hurts a lot of motherfuckers. But
it hurts, but it's real true.
Shit. That's real shit. So, yeah, is that shit cuts deep? Is all I'm saying.
It does.
I'm not like upset, but I'm just like, yeah, no, that's a pill that a lot of motherfuckers got to swallow.
Yeah,
I swallowed it twice, so it's like whatever, man.
Like
it is what it is.
There's some people you gotta fuck with from a distance because you know what they will do with that much access, and it's not gonna be beneficial to you.
But my thing is now, because I've reached an age that I just cut that motherfucker off quick. Like, I won't even allow that person to get anywhere near me now. Because I've seen it happen, and I'm like, what's the benefit of even keeping you around whatsoever? If there's no benefit, especially if there's no reason for me to be around you, minus work, we can work together. I just ain't got to talk to your ass for shit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I got a lot of motherfuckers that like that. And not, if it ain't at work, but just in my life in general, like, look, we have a mutual thing that we have to deal with some days. Let it be that, and let's keep it moving. We ain't got to talk about nothing the fuck else. Yeah. Except this task that needs to get done type shit. So that's like a major point of a lot of this shit. So, one of the big things that I kind of taught myself, becoming an asshole. And I think this is the first step that a lot of people struggle with, was the not caring aspect. Because I know you mentioned that. A lot of people ask, like, how do you just not care what other people think? And it's real simple. What happens otherwise? That's kind of my next question is, if you're worried about what this person is thinking, what happens on both ends of that spectrum?
They are up against some shit that they didn't sign up for, shouldering emotions and shit that you putting on them, and you feel bad that they did not live up to the expectations you put on them.
So my thing is cut them the fuck off. It's a real simple process. Again, it sounds harsh, but it's necessary. It's like a pair of scissors, man. It's like ripping a Band-Aid.
But at the same time, as someone who has done it before, I also put the blame on self because they didn't necessarily ask for you to give a fuck. They did not necessarily ask for you to have that level of care.
No, I get that. And that's
some of it. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, again,
growing up in 2022 as a black man that's damn near 30, I kind of just got to the point where, like, okay, I will just take responsibility for all the shit that happens in my life, good, bad, or indifferent. And sometimes that does not leave me with the greatest mental image of myself.
Right.
And that can also come outward to the people around me. And sorry, but when I figure this shit out, I'll let you know if you're looking for answers.
So, and I think maybe that's the point that I'm trying to make is more so, and I think that's the part that a lot of people struggle with the not caring aspect is you're volunteering weight that you don't need to burden yourself with. So if it's, and again, it's not just an outward fuck everybody else. It's, if you have to bring it internal, like you're saying, if you're putting more care than you need to, then remove it. Some things in life are just a task. And there's a difference between not caring about your task versus not caring about the end result. It's get the job done and then move on. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's hard to separate yourself from something that you've worked on, but at the end of the day, it's what benefit do I get out of putting that much care and effort into something? You know what I mean? So a lot of, like, the big thing of what people are dealing with it now is like their work habits. So a lot of people are just like, yo, I work a 9-to-5 job and like I care a lot about my end result product. I care about what happens to the company. It's like, for what? Them niggas will drop you in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? They'll replace you in a heartbeat. You're a cog in a machine to them. Especially, to me, the worst companies are the ones that consider you family. Them niggas will fucking rake you over 10 times over if they want to.
I've also struggled with that with our job on some. damn, I might need to make a doctor's appointment for some shit, but I can't take off.
Yeah.
No, if I have a fucking heart attack, they gonna hire a new Mexican,
and that's the end of your ass, man. Like, and the reason why it helped me,
2.5 black guys gonna go to 1.5 real quick,
real fucking quick. And the reason why I know this is a fact is because I watched the motherfucker come in, bust his ass for half his life, die, and that was it. Like, niggas went to his funeral.
That's why a lot of people are. That's why we're really getting a wave of people saying fuck their jobs, and I need to find fulfillment before I check out this bitch.
Exactly.
And that's why that's the rise in looking for stay-at-home jobs, the rise in entrepreneurship, the rise in a lot of that shit is because we saw our grandparents do this shit for 60 years and then get a watch. Yeah, fuck that. That just sucks.
So, no, and it's exactly accurate. So, what I'm saying is, and I think that might be exactly where you need to hear it from. So, take that same energy and put it into your life choices. That's all I'm saying. And that's that stop caring aspect is, if you could do that for your job, do that for people you meet. Do that for people in your life now. Do that for family. Some family is a 9 to 5 clock out, motherfucker. Like, they might be blood, but don't mean shit. It really don't mean shit. So, clock in, do what you got to do, and clock the fuck out and walk out that door. That's all the fuck you got to do. And at some point, you might have to quit that fucking job. I.e. your family member, i.e. friends. Some of these niggas is not worth the paycheck. You know what I mean?
Word.
So that's what I'm saying is, look at certain scenarios like that. And that goes double for people like us who are, in the content creating game. It's if I cared heavily about every motherfucker that threw a comment, everybody that threw a joke or some shit my way, I wouldn't get far.
You know what? That shit makes me so mad because with the people that have like us a job but still try this content shit, a lot of time our equity is our fucking time. And for a motherfucker that time is no construct, you don't get the equity that my time has. Yeah, sometimes being present is a greater sacrifice than you know.
Yep.
Like, I'm here when I could do anything else. I could sleep.
That shit means a lot though. To motherfuckers who don't know, but it means a lot on the other end.
But I dedicate my time to you. That is finite. Finite as a bitch. And I'm dedicating it to you. But you just showing up. I could have not. If I didn't, what would you have done? Complain still.
Exactly.
So like,
and I think that's the energy. That energy right there is step one of bringing yourself over, man. It's real good, man. It's like a Super Saiyan transformation. I seen the glow in the hair. He found the emotion that he needed. Now we just gotta tap into it. Remember that feeling. But again, and that's exactly what I mean. And I think that's where everybody struggles in that first though. And mind you, when I say being an asshole is important, it's important for your own health sometimes. It's important for your own feelings and mental state. That feeling that you just had is what I feel like everybody should focus on sometimes in their life. Your time means a lot. Your money means a lot. Your equity, whatever it might be, is a lot to you. And some people don't appreciate it. So what do you need to do with that motherfucker? Stop giving a fuck or lead to cutting them the fuck off. It's plain and simple. I hate to be that guy, and it's no knock towards any person as an individual. You might not, as an individual, be a problem, but the way you act sometimes is a problem.
But the way our energies mix,
it's a problem. It's chaotic and it's not helpful to anybody. So fuck it. Especially if it don't. And my thing is, if it affects me, I'm already in the first step of, all right, can I get the fuck out of this situation? Do I need to cut you the fuck off? It's just that simple. And it's no harsh feelings, but it's like, look, this scenario ain't working. So what the fuck we finna do? Because I'm not finna sit here and argue, bitch, complain. It's what's the next step? Let's move. Let's make the next move. So that's what I'm saying. That's the first step. People struggle to find that first step. I see you have found it.
Yeah, no, I'm an ass sometimes.
So you just need to. What I'm saying is you need to develop
it's a conflict.
Yeah.
Because I still have a lot of the care.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, now you need to calculate that care. That's it. So you figured out the end, how to maneuver it. You just have to calculate it. Walk into every scenario and literally just, how is this benefiting me? And is this benefiting you? And who's winning if you have to put it that way? And if it's not mutual at some point, all right, look, either I'm dealing with it and I accepted that this is how it's going to be, or I'm walking the fuck out. Like, look, this is for you more than it's for me, and it's costing me more than it's costing you. So I'm finna walk. Or this needs to change, or something needs to work in a better favor for me, or I'm okay with this scenario, even though I'm on the down spin of this one. But you have to be calculated all the way across the board. And that's what I mean by assets are calculated. I feel like every scenario I go into, I'm thinking that shit through. Even if it's a simple high-buy scenario with somebody I might never ever meet again. But it's how do I calculate this maneuver? How do I deal with this person that I'm getting ready to deal with? It's just, if it's a high and buy, I'll deal with anything because I'm never going to see your dumbass again. But if I have to see your ass one more time, it's all right, look, now we got to start laying some ground rules out because this shit's going to go in a scenario I might not fuck with. So, step number one, step numero uno, man. Everybody, for everyone who's wondering. That's step one. Hone to that feeling, man. Think of it as like a Sith Lord or Super Saiyan transformation. You got to find that feeling and understand it. If you don't understand it, you're not going to make it very far from that point. So I think we've made step one fairly clear. So, I had to write notes because this was serious. This was important to me. And it was a nice journey for me to become the asshole I am today. So, number two was I think another important thing. And I think you were a fan of Patrice O'Neal to a certain degree, right? I listened to his podcast. I listened to him on Opie and Anthony on Sirius XM type shit. I love the man. And he said some shit, and I felt it upset the world type shit. But it made perfect sense. Because people say this shit, but they don't understand it. You need to learn how to put yourself number one. And in that sense, he was talking about him and his girlfriend at the time. And he was like, bitch, you are fourth in my life. And that's a hard pill to swallow for some people who are in relationships. And I'll tell Kelly the same thing. A lot of people are like, oh, you want to say that to her? She knows. She's not high in my list. I'm number one. Everybody in your world should be under you. And I think that's where a lot of people falter in this life. And it's fine. I understand. But you have to think about it. And it makes sense as I go through the list. For me, I'm number one. Number two is my career. Whether it be podcasting or any form of means of me making money. I have to make money. Because everything under that falls on one and two. If I ain't around and my money ain't around, then nothing else falls under that. So 1 and 2 is me and my money. After that, that's when Kelly comes in. I've moved Kelly farther up over time. She used to be fifth. She moved up to third because before that, it was my father and my video games. My video games were over my girlfriend because I accrued this collection over time. This is my life, and we discussed it in a previous podcast.
And that's equity.
It is equity.
I love my PS5. If this shit go any more left, that shit is animal. Whoever get it, I'm sorry. You ain't getting it for $5. We can negotiate. It might be $5.50, but
you ain't getting it retail.
Or it depends on how bad I need that $5.
Never know. But yeah, no, it's equity, and I think the way we discussed it, it's part of my personality. My personality was shaped and molded by the shit I loved and experienced over time.
Yeah.
So yeah, for a while that shit was over Kelly. She slowly moved the fuck up over time. But my key point being is number one should be you, and I think a lot of people in this world don't know how to take care of themselves first, especially in your predicament and others. Is because I have the same feeling too. I care for a lot of people. I look out for a lot of people over time. You know me well enough where I'm never gonna let a motherfucker go hungry in this world. That's some bullshit. The motherfuckers on TikTok that I see that do that shit pisses me off profusely. They're like, oh, me and my boys went out to go eat, and this nigga didn't bring cash, and they leave his ass sitting there hungry. That's some pussy shit, and that actually upsets me. And I'm an asshole, and that shit still upsets me.
Same.
But the reason why I say I'm number one It's because I can't look out for Kelly. I can't make money. I can't provide for people I care about if I'm not here. That's fucking fact. You know what I mean? If I don't take care of myself, if I'm not happy, mentally stable, whatever the fuck I need to be, ain't nothing under that list finna happen without me. So that's why I tell people, learn to put yourself first, man. Fuck your boys. Fuck everybody else. Because if you ain't here to enjoy none of that shit.
Yeah. That's true.
And my big thing is, and that's a lot of things, there's a lot of people that ask me that shit. It's like, yeah, I was looking out for this dude and I had to take care of my boy. I hate to be that dude, but what was they going to do if he wasn't here? They was going to figure it out some fucking way.
Or not.
But to jeopardize yourself for everybody else before you is a problem. Learn to look after yourself first, man. That's 100% the most important shit. And that's some shit that I learned from Patrice. Fuck every other bitch you ever been with. If you got to cut your family out, fuck them all. It ain't necessary if it affects you. If it negatively affects you, then none of that shit is important. Now, it could be, you know, to me, I feel like some people don't agree with that. And it's hard to, again, a hard pill to swallow, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's 100% factual, necessary shit that you have to deal with, man. So, step one, tap into that inner monologue. And then two, learn to take care of yourself, man. And like you're saying, man, if it's not, you know, health-wise, yoga, mental health, spiritual health, nigga, if you got to go to church by yourself, go to church by yourself, nigga. Watch Joel Osteen on TV. That nigga still do TV shit. Yeah. I like Joel Osteen. That motherfucker, he praises Jesus a little too hard for me. I think he can convince a world to go into a cult. But I still fucks with Joel Osteen. I don't know if you ever seen that nigga on TV.
Yeah. I've been up entirely too early on a Saturday night on BET.
Hey, there you go. I fucks with him.
Why BET, by the way?
I don't know. He know niggas like church first thing in the morning. He knew what he was marketing to. That's why he bought the Houston Stadium. He was like, niggas might come here for a game, and they finna find Jesus. I just don't like that he squint. That's all. That's the only thing that always bothers me. That nigga squint entirely too hard. And he make Jesus seem like he'll give you anything in the world. You want a cheeseburger? Jesus will give you that cheeseburger. If you're starving, he gonna get you McDonald's, the whole menu if you need it.
Word.
I fucking hate that nigga some days, but I fucks with him though. He make you feel better someday.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so that was another bit that I need to get by. This is the one that Kelly made me write down because I almost forgot it.
Okay.
So, and this goes all across the board. Relationships are give and take. And a lot of people forget this one. Even I forget it in a sense. Not in the sense that I'm not a give and taker, but people forget that how important that is. That a lot of people are either currently or have been in one-sided relationships where they do for others and they don't receive anything in return. Or they receive entirely too much and don't give back to that other person. And a lot of people think, oh, that's just, you know, your girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever. No, that's friendship too. Yeah. And I think that's where motherfuckers get fucked the most. It's like, oh, that's my boy. I got to go, like I was saying before, you got to do this and that for you guys. But when do they recoup or when do they return that favor? You know what I mean? I'm not finna survive off some shit you did in the 5th grade, nigga. Like, yeah. When do I benefit out of this friendship, man? At this point now, it's just a take scenario. It's a give scenario. Like, this is some bullshit. So, I think that's a big thing that people don't understand. And the fact that it goes not just for your significant other, but your friends too.
Yeah.
One of our guys at work, he asked the same thing. He brought up the situation, and I made sure I'd never mention another episode until this one, because I wanted to make sure it fit in perfectly. And you were there when we were having that conversation, that his friend was threatening to kill herself because they didn't hang out one day to go buy shoes. And my initial response was, well, tell you see her when you see her. Because that ain't got shit to do with me. If you're willing to off yourself over a pair of shoes and I ain't got no money, I'm not going out to buy shoes on a whim because you need some friends to hang out with. That ain't got shit to do with me. And apparently that's her mentality in general, is just to be that person that will corral a bunch of people together with the threat of offing herself. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. That's not a companion. That's not somebody you want to be with. And in all honesty, I hate to say it that way. If she was dead, are you going to miss her that much? Peace, see you later. Where you going, nigga? That upper room, nigga. The upper room. I'll still find some comedy in anything, nigga. You can kill
Life
yourself.
is one of the greatest. The fact that I didn't put on Life. So I had like a 2-movie murder marathon last night.
No shit.
And both of the movies that we talked about, I put on fucking Nothing to Lose and I put on Black Knight.
2 good movies though. 2 solid fucking movies.
And it's like, damn it, I should have chose Life.
Why? You picked 2 good movies?
Yes, but Life is up there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna sit there and say it ain't. Nigga, incredible cast, incredible movie, the funniest bits you can recreate over and over again.
Word.
You know how many times I have sat and I've done that during an interview for work one time and pointed to the doorways. This here's the gun line. Runs from shack to shack, clear across this warehouse. You step across this gun line, you will be shot. You spit, you pee, you must take your dingling over this gun line. You will be shot. Why do I know that shit so well? I don't know. Of all the shit in that movie, I know that way too well. Now, how much is gonna turn these white only pies into nigga pies?
Raise boom boom room.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm gonna make me some nigga pie one of these days. I don't know what goes in a nigga pie. I feel like that's blackberry pie. If anything was a nigga pie, I feel like blackberry pie is a nigga pie.
That is so stupid. That is so dumb.
I'm sorry. Nice little tangent on this serious ass episode.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is effing therapy, but this is assholes 101, and you needed to laugh halfway through this shit. Shit got heavy.
Effing assholes coming to a Pornhub near you.
Look. Now, I'm not going to say I hadn't thought about uploading some of my content to Pornhub.
I hope you mean videos. Oh, you mean podcasts?
Yeah, no, podcast, nigga.
Like, yeah, no, I'm not supporting that official. I'm not supporting that official release. No pun intended.
Nigga, I was considering putting on some gameplay episodes.
Oh, okay.
Shit like that. Motherfuckers do that shit. You know how many people?
No, Chisel Adonis. Chisel Adonis got banned off Pornhub.
No, how the fuck do you get banned off Pornhub?
Copyrights.
Oh my god, you fucked yourself.
Crazy, man. Damn.
I thought that was like the one place you couldn't get banned from. Apparently so. Goddamn. You know this motherfuckers doing reaction videos on Pornhub? I might do that shit.
Are you reacting to porn?
Yeah. What else would you be reacting to?
I don't know. He was putting up fucking NFL highlights. I don't know. Shit.
I mean, no, I might do some reaction videos. Sit there just like watch the storyline of some bullshit ass porn. Speaking of porn,
look at her faking it.
Right. Speaking of which, have you ever seen the Sanford and Son porn?
No.
That shit funny as fuck.
I've seen the Star Trek one where Jada was a horror.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
I've seen the Avengers one where China was the She-Hulk.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was what that was. I thought it was just a one-off thing. So that was a whole shit. I gotta catch that then. Was that was the one with or without Jericho?
What?
Jericho was in one of them.
Ew, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't want to know it, nigga, but I seen it.
No, I don't know. I've only seen her as She-Hulk, and I forgot who the fuck she was with. It was a girl, though.
That's fine. But the other one, and this is the only reason why I knew it was Jericho, because again, I'm not looking for Jericho, but the nigga had the nerve, the gall, the absolute audacity to sit in the doorway. I'm like, you asshole.
That's funny.
Like, I don't remember because that's very far past, and this is probably one of them memories I hope was repressed. I hope that nigga had clothes on still, because that nigga turned around his dick swing with it. I'm slightly upset.
I hate it here. Yeah, no, that's terrible. I had no idea. Jericho, what?
Yeah, I mean, look, he trying everything.
Yeah.
From wrestler to rock star. From rock star to porn star, man. You gotta do what you gotta do to get the bag.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, shit, that's funny. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. I'm throwing a commercial in here now. Just fuck it. This commercial.
I
That's about as good of a spot for one. All right, welcome back, everybody. Had to take a break because that shit was getting out of hand. See, this is why I can't go on tangents like that because I'll be fucking up my flow. All right, yeah, relationships, give and take. That was an important topic that we discussed at one point. My favorite and another Patrice bit, and I think this helps everyone who is currently in a relationship. Staying on the relationship tip, I would like every man to realize this one thing in this world: pussy has no value at all. Remember that fact. There's a lot of bitches in this world now that have equated their pussy to value. And what I mean by that is, what makes you the person you are? The shit you own, clothes you wear, maybe you got a nice car. You're working someplace nice. You got a few dollars in your pocket. You got a place to stay type shit. You know, you're doing something for yourself. There's a lot of women in this world that pretty much come to the table with pussy and hope that's enough. And that shit somehow has sold to way too many people, and it is starting to piss me off profusely. Like, actually piss me off. That I've seen bitches, like, and again, I don't even like that conversation of, like, the dude's like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, that's not what I mean by having a mutual relationship. You shouldn't be both offering up something to each other like that. It just should be a tandem thing that works. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be, and again, I don't even believe in 50-50. It could be 80 fucking 30 or whatever the fuck the math is. I don't know how math. 20. There you go. But whatever it is, it ain't got to be equal. Just somebody got to bring something. You got to be okay with what the other person is bringing. You know what I mean? But when you walk up to the table with yourself, some pussy, some dry ass, whatever the fuck, old used pussy, no, nigga, not pussy with miles, nigga. You don't come with mileage and then sit at the table like, look, like, nigga, your old is not my vintage, is all I'm saying.
Take that vinyl back to the store.
That's all I'm saying, nigga. Run that shit back, clean it up real quick. I don't know what you got to do. If you sitting in vinegar every night and you know some of you bitches is sitting in vinegar, nigga.
3.
No, no. Just saying, nigga. If you doing that, that Mike F, snap that pussy back. No, nigga. You mileage. You old miles, nigga. You need to bring something else. Cook.
But if you are a sugar mama looking for a sugar baby,
but
HEN.
Oh my God.
VINCIBLE.
But again, the sugar mama is providing something, and you better be providing more than just dick, I'm assuming. No sugar mama would just want dick slinging niggas. If that's all she wants.
I mean, that's what fucking Instagram is telling me.
I mean, if that's what they want, man, more power to you. But that's the opposite relationship. That's the 80-20 companionship. There you go. But what I'm saying is that's that 80-20 that she agree on is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. But if you walking in and I need a bitch to cook and you like, I don't cook, then you can get the fuck out. Nigga, that's what you can do. I can cook, so I don't need you to cook. See, that's why me and Kelly's relationship kind of works the way it does. Is I can cook. I don't mind cleaning, but she cleans better than I do by a long shot. I work. She also works, and we both don't have to have ignorant, high-paying jobs. We both make sure we spend time with each other type shit. Yeah. We both have separate hobbies type shit. We are functional human beings separate and together. But if she came in here talking about, well, I'm bringing pussy, I was like, well, you can go home. Like, I don't really need that. There's strippers and whores on the streets. Like, I'll figure it out. Like, I don't need, that's all. Pornhub is free. Bitch, I don't need you. Like, I can suffice everything else without you. If I see another bitch on the street talking about that she don't cook and be proud of that shit, like, how the fuck do you survive? You are wasting money on Uber Eats on a daily basis because you can't heat up some fucking chicken? I literally heard this bitch say, I don't cook, but I warm up some pussy. I don't want old fish, nigga. Take that fish back. Like, nigga, you need to saute or something.
Saute! Cajun sprinkle.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. You can't manage none of that shit. You talking about warm up some pussy. Bitch, you can microwave it.
It's supposed to be hot already. Oh, damn it. It's an oven. It itself is an oven.
I'm saying, These bitches out here microwaving pussy. Like, you no cooking ass bitch. Molten on the inside, but cold on out. You trifling bitch. That's what I'm saying. This is, and I want this conversation not to be it's not an insult to women. What I'm saying is be a person, nigga. Because
there are women assholes dealing with trash niggas too.
But I'm saying them women assholes might they be. They got something going. They got something for themselves.
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. And half of them bitches got something going for themselves. I done seen personally, I'm not a fan of the educated black women who act like an asshole. Cause that ain't my type. But I ain't mad at you either though. Like if you went out, got your education, got you a high paying job, can take care of yourself, and you want a nigga to do something like that, I ain't mad at you.
You know what's crazy? I don't think I know. Well, I only have ever known one nigga that was getting taken care of. And that was my boy. But I had issues with it. A lot. And with how he would, like, treat the motherfuckers that was taking care of him.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a lack of appreciation on a lot of ends.
Like, the nigga was in college slinging dick for groceries.
If you could do it,
it's honest.
I mean,
but
it's not honest work, nigga. Let's not go that far.
And quit. It's the 80-20 she agreed to.
If it's the 80-20 she agreed to, I ain't gonna say them. If you slinging dick for groceries, I'm making an honest living. Like, hold on, nigga. That's prostitution, my nigga.
80-20 she agreed to.
That's gonna be one hell of a shirt. I'll make it his or hers just for everybody. That's the 80-20 she agreed to. That's the 80-20 he agreed to. But what I'm saying is don't always agree to it, nigga. Damn.
Yeah, no.
Get a bitch that works, that can cook or clean. Do something. That's all I'm saying, nigga. I literally seen this
Get
bitch
a
on...
nigga that if he smokes weed can at least fund his own habit.
Swear.
Or if he's an alcoholic, ain't always asking you to fucking buy him a bottle. Or Black and Miles. I don't know what niggas like
these days. I felt that one. Yeah, man. Get a nigga to support his own habits.
Use a nigga that buy groceries to replace the one he eat from your son. I don't know, bro.
Maybe he got his own link card. You know what I'm saying?
He pay for his own Wi-Fi.
Nigga, what? That sounds like a fallacy. I ain't never known a nigga that pay for his own Wi-Fi. I mean, you know, I said nigga, not us.
Like,
we are a black man trying to get ahead.
I've definitely moved in a house with roommates and upgraded their Wi-Fi after. I needed to stream. Look.
Yeah, no.
Look, I'll pay for the Wi-Fi, and y'all take care of everything else. Okay, it's mutually beneficial. Y'all get Netflix. Yeah. Fuck it. Y'all Netflix won't buffer. Fuck it.
There you go. I can feel that. That's sensible. That's fucked up. So, more of the story, and as funny as it may have been, I enjoy joking, but I think it's important that men realize that pussy has no value.
So the PC way that my dad would always say it is get someone that's equally yoked.
I can let that happen. That's fine. I don't like it because it's too politically correct. Because niggas is gonna misinterpret it. What I'm telling you is don't misinterpret the simple. Pussy has no value. It's not worth $1. If you are a millionaire, don't let this bitch come in with dry pussy talking about I'm the whole bag. Nah, fuck out of here. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Or if you a boss bitch, don't let nobody just bring dick and do-rag and fucking Hanes draws. Let niggas just...
Yeah, nigga, Fruit of the Loom, nigga. We ain't kids no more. We are not little no more. You can afford Fruit of the Loom, nigga. That shit, Cradle's bottle. They got the ball sack, which now that I got them, 100% best underwear I ever bought, nigga. They got an extra sack for your nuts. Keep them out the way.
Hire this man for your fucking commercials, Fruit of the Looms.
I'm telling you, bro, I sell the shit out of some underwear.
We could do that.
You can't have me model them, though.
We could do that. We could just do commercials by real niggas. That could be a thing.
I just hope that motherfucking companies catch on. I might do that. Fruit of the Loom with the nutsack cradle? Shit. The cooling pouch? That shit was hidden when I first got them. I'm tired of having sweaty nuts that stick. Nigga, fuck that. I got this shit from, I think it was from Dollar Shave Club. They got ball spray.
Yeah.
I implore niggas to get that shit. 100%.
Also Manscaped.
Manscaped got it too now? But see, I don't trust that lawnmower. They keep updating that lawnmower, and I believe that don't none of them bitches work.
I know. I have a friend who purchased it.
Purchase it, and it's not sponsored.
Oh, well, no. He's purchased it, used it, and it recommends it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know motherfuckers that got it for sponsorship type shit.
Oh, no.
Like, no, I don't trust y'all.
He bought it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I gotta see, because motherfuckers, because every time they say it, like, it don't nick, and every shave I ever had nicked something. And that shit be painful as fuck, man. I'm just trying to get the crevices, is all I'm
And
saying.
he was also, like, it's waterproof, so you use it in the shower.
Oh, decent.
Like that, yeah.
Okay. I might have to give it a shot. Manscaped, man. Holla at your boys. I'm looking for some shit. I'm not trying to shave clean. I'm not trying to do the smooth as eggs, as Dave Chappelle said, but you know, just trying to hedge the bushes a little bit. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm trying to get my dick sucked.
Manscaped, why? Trying to get a dick. That's it. Shirt.
I'm just saying, Manscaped, shout it out. That's my exclusive catchphrase for your product, man. Trim it down, trying to get my dick sucked. That's all it is, man. You want to get your balls licked? They need to be as smooth as eggs. Don't nobody want a hairy dick in their mouth, though. Fuck is wrong with you? You gotta trim that shit.
Jesus Christ.
So there you go. Pussy has no value, and definitely hairy dick doesn't either, man.
This
Like,
is the greatest podcast.
I told you I was looking forward to this one. I was 100% because this is fucking medicine and a little bit of humor in the mix, man. A little bit of humor in the mix.
Soul food.
Exactly, man. You need it. It's good for the soul, man. Mama, you know. I'm not singing that shit.
Yo, why did nobody watch that little nigga around that stove? Like,
I don't know.
all of y'all
There's
are
8
adults.
grown niggas in that room. But you know why I hate it? And you know why I exactly hated that movie profusely? And I know a lot of people would say this a lot, but
Why y'all bring this drama to Granny House? Damn, motherfucker already got 1 foot in the crib. You niggas bringing all this unneeded
that's
stress.
exactly
You
why.
already got cholesterol all over this motherfucker. Come on, shit.
No, that's why I hated the movie. You know how very accurate to life that shit was for me?
Yeah, no, that's why it was a hit.
I literally could pinpoint each character. I'm like, that's my aunt. That's my other aunt. That's my gay aunt. That's the nigga that been locked up half his life. That's the nigga that's trying to get out and do something with his life. But
That's
ain't
the
finna do
uncle that ain't related, but he fucking for real.
You're right.
Like,
There's a whole lot of shit in that movie that I'm like, this is a little too
close to home.
too close to home. And I hadn't said it before, and it's in the process of happening. Now that my grandma's out, I won't say out of the picture, but she is not of what she used to be. I ain't seen my family in a good minute. A good ass minute. Nigga, the last time I seen my aunt was the other day at work when she delivered boxes, because I didn't even know she worked for that company.
That same shit happened on Bel Air, by the way.
Did it? That's sad as fuck.
We were together because we were taking care of mom together, but you decided to break off and live your life, but I still dedicated my life to this, and we ain't seen each other in years, and that was beef because I'm mad that you chose you.
I mean,
Type shit.
that's kind of fucked up. I chose my older family for the simple fact that nobody else was.
Yeah.
And my thing is, my older family raised me hardcore, so give and take, nigga. Like you gave up a lot. And I said a lot of motherfuckers know. My grandmother gave up her job and her career to take care of me.
No, yeah.
That shit. Like every time she talk about it, she ain't sad about it, but and it's not like she was saying it like I did that to take care of you. It's that's how you should be for a certain family. Like if your family needs you, do what it takes to take care of your family. If they doing right by you, type shit. You know what I mean?
I don't like how much I've quoted my father this episode. To much is given, much is required.
Man, is that Confucius, nigga? What the fuck?
No,
is
it's my dad.
I'm saying, I'm like, did he get that for Confucius?
I don't think so. I
That
don't
shit
know.
sound
Maybe.
real as fuck.
But yeah.
That's real, man. That's extra real, man. Put that shit on the shirt. I wear that shit, man. Motherfuckers need to know. That's some shit motherfuckers need to know. The fuck were we talking about? What topic was that?
Relationships.
No, pussy has no value. That's where I left off. Oh, damn, we almost out of topics, but that shit was necessary. Yeah. We was running through this. See, this is how I expected my last episode to go. And we sat there 2 hours talking about jack shit, but I love it.
No, we spent 2 hours talking about music. Which
right.
I'm not mad at it.
No, I'm not either. Not at all.
Because if we did it, if we would have glanced over it, it would have been the comments full of, you forgot this. Right. It's still going to be that.
It's always going to be that. Especially because I know I gloss over Doom as a metalhead, so every little nigga that knows metal. But Doom should have been number one. No, it shouldn't have, because it ain't real metal. Fuck off. Different episode, by the way. So, last thing I wanted to mention, and this is shout out to a couple people who I know are listening. My biggest thing of tapping into your inner asshole is stop trying to fix other people. You are, I feel like for me in my life, I'm in this world to just find enjoyment for myself and spread enjoyment to other people. One person had told me, said, I wasn't put in this world to be a goalie. I'm trying to get assists. And I'm like, I felt that shit, man. I'm trying to just throw people a bone wherever I can. And if you progress past me, by all means. If you boost me up after the fact, by all means. But I'm not finna sit there and shut anybody else's life down. But in the same sense, I'm not here to make your life great in spite of myself. Yeah. That's the difference. I can assist, but I'm not finna give my all to you for that same effect. You know what I mean?
I want points too sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I need help. Niggas need, to reap benefits of some of the shit that they sow sometimes. And it goes in weird directions a lot. And I think one famous instance of it is a story I always tell about Kelly. When we first got together, she wanted to move out of her home to live with me. And it was supposed to be temporary. We were supposed to just move in together so she can get on her feet, so she can get out on her own. And I said, that's all fine and dandy. I have no problem with doing that. I got room. You know what I mean? But here's my stipulation. And it was very simplistic shit. And it was, on the outside looking in, it was fucked up. I said, to do that, you need to have a bank account. You need to have at least $3,000 saved up of your own money. And you have to have a job within 6 months. Or else you can go home. Type shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people see that as, oh, well, you just want her to, you want her to pay rent. You want her to do this. I'm like, no, that money was hers. I want her to have a way out. I want her to be able to take care of herself. You shouldn't need me walking in. I didn't want her to look at moving out and moving in with me as me helping her move up. It's not. I'm just here to help you. Like, you just needed a place to land. Land here. That's fine. And then you can move on if you want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And a lot of people take relationship as fixing the other person or changing the other person or making the other person better. Fuck that. Make yourself better. I'll just be here to support you the whole way through. And I think that's valid advice for a lot of people. And that's not for just relationships. That's your friends. Your friends are going through a tough time. If they want to kill themselves, let them kill themselves. I'm not saying stop them.
Do not.
I'm not advocating for suicide.
Kill themselves.
But if it's fucking kill yourself, I'm gonna kill myself or buy me some shoes, bitch, I ain't got it.
Well, yeah.
I'll go with you if you're gonna buy your own.
In that specific case, it's in Jesus' hands.
I ain't trying to be bogus, but look, man, like, life's too short, and if you out here threatening your life for friends, fuck you. Yeah. So, I think that's my biggest thing for a lot of this asshole shit. And again, that's why I'm always saying, like, assholes, the whole point of this shit was everything that I talk about and this entire podcast sounds like an asshole move initially, but I will explain you through it and why it makes sense. Telling women that pussy has no value sounds fucked up, but then the reason why it makes sense.
Be a full person.
Be a full person. Don't be your fucking lower extremities. Like, that's some lazy ass shit. Have hobbies. Have a life. Have interests. Something. Money. We all like it. Don't live off my shit. You know? But it's all asshole in the initial, but it's for a reason. And that's why I feel like assholes are necessary, a way of life. And if this helps anyone, if this helps you, if this helps the listeners, I don't give a fuck. I'm just here. And that's what I said. Point blank being the last point. I'm just here to lay out the laws of my life. Now,
Yeah.
if you and anyone else accept it, I hope it works.
You never know who needs to hear what message.
Exactly. And that's all I'm here for. I'm just here to send a message. And if you accept the message, it's Jesus Christ, hey man, accept the message. But if you don't, I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere.
It's out there in the universe for who does need it.
Exactly. And if you don't want to hear from my fucking mouth, because maybe my mouth ain't the taste that you like, try Patrice. I feel like Patrice has all of this shit written down and explained much better than I ever will, because he's lived that life and died that life.
Yeah.
I'm still living that life and I'm figuring it out on a daily database. But I feel like I'm living that life and it's working for me. It's working profusely, man. I give no fucks about a lot of shit, and that's what allows me to do the shit that I can do. You know?
Yeah.
I again, like, it was hard at first, but I lived that life. I will hop on Twitch in a heartbeat and stream to myself. But I'll do it because I don't give a fuck. Like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, there's 1,000 other motherfuckers you can watch. Like, you ain't gotta listen to my shit. Same thing with this podcast. I hope people like it, but if you don't like the way I specifically do my content, you don't have to watch the shit. Like, I don't need you to watch it. I would like for you to watch it. I would like for you to learn from it. I'd like to have a dialogue. If you don't agree with me, I am more inclined to listen to motherfuckers I don't agree with, because I like to not to be combative, but I need you to voice why I'm wrong.
Perspective.
Right. But it's more so, not even just perspective. I just need you to explain to me why I'm wrong. Because I might actually be wrong, but I might believe my wrong 100% through and through. And I need to maybe be talked around it. But I don't need to be, well, you're wrong, fuck you, and be done. That ain't helping nobody.
Right.
That's some dick shit. An asshole like me will say, hey, like we've done on many episodes now. That fucking Spider-Man episode, which is going up on the website when it's done, that's in female voice right now, which pisses me off. But that whole episode was built around, you had a perspective that you didn't believe I could ever talk you out of. And I slowly walked you out of that shit. Step by step. You might not have come all the way around to Toby being the greatest, but you see why Toby is held in high regards now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's some asshole shit. I will sit here and not let you leave until I can explain from A to fucking double Z why the fuck you might be wrong about Toby. That's some asshole shit. What a bitch nigga would do, or a dickhead would do, is say, fuck you, you're wrong, and walk off. That's the difference. And that's why assholes are ruling the world, man. Assholes are real. They've just been fucked.
Yeah.
So, before we end this episode, on a better note, or on a lighter note, I should say, how do you feel about that description, I guess? As someone who has dabbled into the asshole life, but not, you haven't been born and molded by it, like I...
It's an accurate description. I over the course of seeing places where I've been both.
Right.
And it's crazy because I have a friend that I'm very similar to. He's more of a dick than me, but I see the characteristics of him in me.
Right.
And it's like, damn, yeah, no. This could be, I don't want to further down this path.
Yeah. No, it's
and it's like, yeah, I get it. It's like, yeah, it's different methodology completely.
Yeah, that's all it is. I think
because
that's...
they do, sometimes they get mislabeled as each other.
Continuously, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because it's, and in the shittiest way of putting it, it's like that fucking, I don't know if it's the Karen or the woke mob that says this shit, but when you just start throwing them words out, misogynistic, homophobic, blah, blah, blah. Like, when you start just throwing all of that shit together, motherfuckers equate it all together, and it's like, no, those are all different, words, ignorant motherfuckers. Yeah, like, they're all not the same person. I feel like the same thing works with asshole, dickheads, jackasses, all of that shit. Yeah. To me, those are all different people.
Yeah.
With different personalities that get lumped together. And I'm like, no, I'm going to defend assholes through and through, because I myself am one. I know a handful, and not that I want to convert more people down that path, but I feel like it's a healthier mentality than being shitted on consistently or being in bad situations. Because it's not, to me, negative. It's just, You have taken all your outward input and you bring it home where it needs to be. And you're just like, all right, I'm going to take care of me first, and I'm going to dish out my help how I see fit. And I know a lot of people are like, no, you should spread help equally to everyone. Fuck that. I ain't got that much to give out.
Yeah,
if I can help one person profusely.
That's how you spread yourself too thin, and that's how you truly become a dick. Like, you spread yourself too thin, and then when you don't get the return on investment, that's how the dark side grows.
I like that. That's actually very accurate, man, and that's how I've always seen
Anakin tried his best to be the fucking clear definition of a Jedi, and he just kept spreading himself too thin, right, and kept not getting understood and not getting back what he felt he gave.
Exactly.
And that nigga turned to Darth.
And I always tell people, and now that my girlfriend's into Star Wars a little bit, I'm like, when you watch his turn, it's not as evil as you think everybody would expect it to be. When you see Darth Vader as himself, you're like, oh, that's a terrible motherfucker. And then watching his turn, watch anything that's out of the movie's context. As Darth Vader, all he wanted to do was bring back Padme, bring back his family, have the life he used to have. The motherfucker was never evil. He was misunderstood and then abused.
Yes.
Darth Vader was an asshole. That's all he was. He will blow up a planet.
Kylo Ren was a dick.
Kylo Ren is a dick. He was not misunderstood. He was a dick. He's 100% a dickhead. And
so don't be Kylo Ren.
Be a Darth Vader. At the end of the day, all he ever wanted was his family. And that's, honest to God, like, all of his fault is being a family man, trying to take care of his, you know? He wanted to be married. He couldn't do that. He wanted to fall in love and couldn't do that. He wanted to take care of his mother and couldn't do that. So the nigga was fucked over one time too many to live up to a prophecy that technically might not have had shit to do with him.
Yeah.
That's how you create assholes. Just living up to some shit you ain't got no business to, man. Darth Vader, the greatest asshole of all time, man. Most misunderstood, fucked over individual. Fuck Mace Windu, by the way. Like, I feel like that was the last straw, by the way.
What you mean?
Because Mace Windu was his last straw. Because he was like, Because he was like, I believe you now. Go sit your ass over there. That's literally the last lines before Anakin was like, yo, fuck that nigga. I'm finna go do this shit myself. Like, Anakin, mind you,
still going to kill the Emperor after.
Exactly. He was willing to kill him. He was like,
but he does have to stand trial.
How was that a bad thing? He must stand. Literally his last words before fully accepting the dark side was, he must stand trial. Gratefully so, a little selfish, but I need him to save my family. I want my family, and you're gonna take my out away.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's devastating, but that's
what. And then we lost the grape lightsaber.
I mean, it's fine. I didn't need it. I didn't need it. And did I tell you the story of why he had a purple lightsaber?
Because Sam Jackson thought it was cool. Yeah, we talked about it.
He was cool, and he said it himself. In the Battle of Geonosis, he wanted to stand out. He was like, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers out there. How they gonna see me? And my first thought was, nigga, you the only nigga out here. It's like 6 green aliens, a blue bitch, but you the only nigga standing out here. They gonna see you. And you're like, I need something special. Purple suit ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here. You just had to be a nigga.
I want that purple stuff.
So fuck Mace Windu. He was the last straw. He didn't mean to be. I know he didn't mean to be the last straw, but he was.
Yeah.
Yoda tried his best. But
look, for every asshole, I apologize for the people that were the last straw that did not know they were the last straw.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers you never know when you're someone's last straw.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just gotta deal with what the fuck happens. Don't even be your fault all the time.
It really don't. Funnily enough, and I don't mind talking about it, I don't know how Kelly feels, but Kelly was my last straw, actually. That actually turned me. Because we actually broke up at one point because I was Mr. Nice Guy. And I was like, yo, this shit ain't working. And if this is the last straw, like, nah, fuck this. I gotta do something different. And I felt bad because when we got back together, she was looking for the guy she left. And that nigga was dead. I was 100% Darth Vader at that point. I altered the deal. Pray do not alter it any further.
Executor 66.
So yeah, there you go, man. That's some effing therapy, assholes 101, whatever you want to call it. I think it was necessary. I needed to get it off my chest, and I was actually fiending for this episode. Once it came to pass, like in my mind of like, Nick, you actually don't know how close I was to having a PowerPoint presentation type shit. Like I had that shit ready. I wanted to grab the whiteboard and stand it up over here so I could write shit down.
Great.
No, it would have been dope as fuck. I was like, I didn't have a stand for that, and I didn't think to do the PowerPoint in time. Oh, I'd have had a whole ass PowerPoint with music and shit, nigga. I'd have had that shit ready. Because I think it's a class that's needed. And again, it's to me not a negative thing. It's just you need to...
It's balance.
It's balance. Bring that shit back home so you can dish out stronger waves, if you want to think of it that way. You're dishing, you're spreading yourself thin. Man, bring that shit home, take care of yourself, make yourself a better person. And then worry about the world after that, man. You can't fix... A lot of people want to fix the world, but a lot of motherfuckers don't realize if you fix yourself, if everybody worked on themselves, then the world would be better by default. But everybody wants to tell everybody else what to do to fix themselves and fix this thing and fix that problem. Fix yourself. And you'll probably fix a lot of shit in the process. So there you go. That was this episode. Speaking of fixing yourself, I got to get this off my chest because I said this shit to Kellen and this shit been pissing me off for a while. New effing merchandise coming soon. I want to get effing straws. I want a straw line. I want to get a squiggly cup too for party drinks and shit like that. And I was like, man, I should get straws. And she was like, why? Are you going to hurt the turtles? And I'm like, first of all, and here's my gripe with all of this shit.
You got beef with turtles?
I ain't got beef with turtles.
Okay.
I got beef with you motherfuckers yelling at me about what my garbage is doing to the earth. Nigga, the deal was I take my trash, put it in a bag, and then put it in a bin.
And then it's somebody else's problem.
And then it's somebody else you supposed to dispose of or recycle that shit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody told your ass to take my garbage and throw it in the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
Who the fuck told you to do that shit? That wasn't the contract I signed.
Word.
I ain't never told nobody to throw my shit in the ocean. You said you was gonna put it in the landfill. You was gonna burn it. You was gonna recycle it. You was gonna let some of this shit decompose. What happened to that plan? We all agreed to that shit.
Garbage barges was a thing?
What happened to all of that shit? I agreed to those terms. When the fuck did we start throwing the shit out? I didn't put it though. I don't even go to the beach like that. I definitely don't go to the motherfucking ocean. None of my shit is in the ocean unless y'all niggas put it there. So I want to let whoever's in charge of the garbage put that shit where you told me you was gonna put it. Recycle that shit. Don't get mad at me because I didn't cut my 6-pack fucking plastic, the holes out of it and shit because it's wrapped around a seagull's neck. The fuck is it doing now? I put it in a bag.
Yeah.
My shit is in the bag.
Yeah.
In the garbage can.
Yeah.
Sent to your ass.
Word.
Where the fuck the seagulls come in at?
Where the fuck they threw it after?
Well, that's on you, nigga.
Also, fucking possession is 9/10 of the law. That's your trash. Man.
I paid you to pick it up, nigga. It's yours. That's how I go, nigga. The world is yours. I will quote Nas at the wrong moment, nigga. Whose world is this? World is yours. The trash is yours. I paid my dues. I pay my bill every month.
Word.
For you to come pick this shit up. Put it where you said you was gonna put it. I roll by the Dan Ryan. I drive on 57. I smell that shit. Nigga, put it there. That's where it's supposed to go.
Wait.
It's a landfill off of 57 going
okay.
south, nigga.
Oh.
That's where the fuck they supposed to be putting in trash.
Oh.
I don't know where it go after that. But I agreed for it to go from here to there, and what the fuck you do with it after that, y'all niggas deal with it. I didn't fuck up the turtles. I didn't do shit to the seagulls. I'm not out here dumping.
Turtle, nigga.
I've
met
seen
Franklin.
Oh my fucking god.
Franklin Turtle. That's it.
I've seen my handful of turtles, but I ain't go out there and shove a straw up his nose. And I feel like if you got a straw up your nose, you can still breathe. So it's fucked up. But I didn't do it to you.
Also, fuck turtles. After that Black Air Force video.
the fucking racist ass turtle. That shit funny as hell. Did you see the newest one? No. Motherfucker built a pyramid of white shoes and one Black Air Force behind it. That motherfucker scooped around the whole ass pyramid. It was like, I smell Black Air Forces.
That really sucks.
That turtle racist as fuck. He taking out black shoes, black socks, black sandals. He don't get no fuck. Niggas is coming.
Nah.
I hope that motherfucker turned into a Ninja Turtle so I can watch him beat the shit out of every last nigga criminal with a vengeance. Holy shit. That's fucked up. I'm looking forward to that. What would they call that one? Would he be
Langston.
like Langston?
Langston Hughes.
Oh my
Yeah,
fucking
got named after a black. So he gets so the hate is
It's real internal.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god. I was gonna go for Columbus since niggas been on Columbus's ass recently, but I'm not finna blame him for a
it
lot
has
of
to be
shit.
Renaissance, man.
That's true. Was Langston Hughes Renaissance?
Harlem Renaissance.
That's been an episode. I am F and Bob. This is Invincible. Catch his streams on everywhere you can find them, whenever you can find them. Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
I think Mondays and Thursdays.
Mondays and Thursdays, right? Keep watching his shit. My shit is everywhere. I'm sorry I took a break. I'm back. I'm doing the shit. TikToks, Facebook, everything is on there. Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud. Nigga, I'm on everything.
Yeah.
If it got tunes, I'm on it.
Word.
So just check me out. YouTube, obviously, if you're watching this, thank you for watching on YouTube, but please do me a favor and go to Spreaker and everybody else and cop a listen every once in a while. Or do whatever you gotta do. Just let the shit play. Let your boy get famous. I'm out here. I'm doing
Also,
what?
2,000 likes. And Bob will do a whole fucking Yu Yu Hakusho review.
Oh my gosh, you finna force me to watch that shit, ain't you?
2,000 likes, and we'll get a fucking Yu Yu Hakusho watch. Let's get it.
Oh my god. And you know what? I'm mad for the simple fact this might be the episode that'll do it. Like, I feel like out of all the shit I'd have put out over the years, this finna be the one that blows the fuck up. So I gotta watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Ain't that some shit? I hate it, but I welcome it as well. So until then, I'll catch you motherfuckers later. It's been fun. It's been me, the Bob, with that Invincible.
And it's been nonsense.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot my catchphrase. I actually had a catchphrase finally. Damn. Oh well. Peace.